The return of the Comrades Marathon turned to tragedy for some as two athletes lost their lives. One was Phakamile Ntshiza from Pretorias Adventists Athletics Club. The other, Mthembu from the Hollywood Bets Athletics Club in Toti. Today, family and friends of Mthembu held a memorial service. Mlungisi Wosiyana was there. A very good evening and a welcome to Newzroom Afrika. How difficult was today's memorial?
Thanks, William, and good evening to the viewers of Newzroom. Yeah, today was almost a very sad and tragic and emotional day, but obviously at the same time, we had to dig deep and be there for the family so that we celebrate the lovely and amazing life that our fellow member Mzameleni lived. But also we took the opportunity to value the gift of life, because most of us who run Comrades, we something that is a privilege that we often take for granted. So it was very sad, but at the same time, we appreciate that we had the opportunity to bid our final farewell to Mzameleni at the memorial service and tell the family how much we shared his value and contribution, a man who loved the sport and all of that. So it was very sad. We had speakers from the KwaZulu-Natal Athletics and the reps from Comrades and the family, his friends, his employers at SAPI. So, and the neighbors and everybody. Yeah, but for us as a club, obviously, we lost a very great member. And this unfortunate incident that happened when we were doing something that we loved most was very sad.
Can you tell us a little bit more about the kind of person that Mzameleni was?
Hey, I'm sure you've seen from the photos that were shared in Mzameleni was a very fit guy. I mean, he was like almost a weightlifter. You can see he's a big guy. I mean, he could be a rugby player or one of the sports that require someone who's very tough. He was a fitness fanatic. I mean, very fit and healthy. His nickname was called Scorer or Skakakak, which means someone who's very fit. So he was a very disciplined and consistent runner. It was either at the gym or running. That was Mzameleni for you. Or spending quality time with his family. He loved his kids. He had 4 kids, and they were at an age where they are teenagers. They play sport. He take them to sports and all of that. So he was a very active man, and a man who was disciplined, and he was part of our Toti branch where they trained together. And yeah, so even on a Sunday, he was on a jovial mood. And they were singing to the start, and they had a prayer circle at the start. And he was quite bubbly, so we were quite, I got the call on Monday morning, and I was just shattered because I couldn't believe it. You look at his photo, this guy was fit and healthy. In fact, when he stopped running at Pinetown, he was fine. Although he was weak, he was taken to hospital by his wife. And he was talking even when he got to hospital. In fact, when they got him to get into a car in Pinetown, he said, "Guys, so you don't want me to get a medal?" And they said, no, you don't look okay. So when he got to the hospital, he could talk. But so when we got the news on Monday morning, we were just shattered. But we understand that it was God's time that his life had to be cut short. So we were shocked because he was a public guy, a family man. He was a chemical engineer by profession. He passed, he finished matric, went to Mangosuthu University of Technology, graduated, and then was employed by SAPI, Psycho. And he was a senior supervisor there, so he was a manager. So we are all sad because he was a great guy. We enjoyed. He used to be a member of eThekwini Athletic Club. At the beginning of this year, he joined us, and he was very active. At every race, he was a jovial. and very much happy. I think he started preparing for Comrades in 2015. So in 2020, he was more than ready, having entered, but the race got cancelled. So this year he was fit and ready for the race, but we just don't know what happened on the day, because he wanted to run to the finish, but the family and his wife was seconding and said, no, you don't look okay. So they took him to hospital, and then we got the tragic news.
How are his children and his wife?
Hey, you know, he's got four kids, 2 beautiful girls and 2 boys. The old one must be maybe in his teens. They're all in his teens, maybe 17, 15, 11, and then the other one is quite young, is under 10. I was quite astounded or in disbelief when they actually went to the podium to bid farewell to their dad, and they spoke. And they just said, our dad, we want to say, to tell you the memories, the great memories we had of dad, them driving them to school, them taking them to sport, them giving them money. And they were saying he was softer than the mom. And so they enjoyed him taking them to school, and they'll always get money. If he fetches them from school, he would go past and get them takeaways at all these fast food outlets. So they painted that memory, and they said, our dad loves sport, and therefore in his memory we will live an active lifestyle, because our dad always was that healthy living and exercise is something that we must do. So it's a lifestyle in our family. So we will do it in his memory. And that was quite powerful. It left us like, you know, I actually had to speak after them, and it was like very emotional, but we drew a lot of strength, because we were saying that I know that after this tragic loss, even myself, I've got 12 comrades, and my wife was saying that, hey, maybe not again, we are not going there. So a lot of people are saying, would you see, this running thing of yours is not safe and all of that. But we are saying that there's this saying that everyone should run Comrades at least once. Every South African must run at least once. But we are saying that even though others would say, hey, no, it's too long, too late, we're saying that a healthy living lifestyle is something that all of us must do, so that we live a healthy lifestyle and all of that. So we, in his memory as a club, obviously, we will carry on and promote this culture of healthy living. And we're one of the biggest clubs in the country, and we promote sport among the youth and all of that. And in his memory, I think we've got programs there in Toti where he lives. And Saturday, we are obviously going to travel all the way to his royal home in Pongola, where we will lay him to rest. And there are lots of us traveling, and we want to go and bid farewell to our member and ensure that he gets a befitting send-off from all of us.
He certainly sounds like a well-loved member, not only of your club, but also of the community. Thank you so much. That's Mlungisi Wosiyana chatting to us about Mthembu, who sadly passed away while competing at this year's Comrades Marathon last Sunday.